general bans that are generally viewed by community. Ramish, Shaco Vayne, Lee Sin, Morgana, Kennen, and right now blue team picking up Graves first pick. Very strong AD hero right now. Personally think he's way too strong right now. They're going to lock that in. Purple team now picking up Gangplank, Soraka. General picks coming out right now. We already saw last game actually. We all saw these three heroes right now.
Yeah, Ramish, Shaco Vayne, yeah, no problem. 3 junglers out with that Lee Sin as well. Morgana mid? Really? We don't want to see that Morgana? I would have actually liked to see Kassadin banned out.
No, Kassadin's not always, I mean, they didn't ban Kassadin, but, you know, there's always room to pick him. He's generally not the safest thing to first pick, because it is very easy to counter Kassadin middle.
Not to worry. Yeah, Kennen out as well. No ninjas here. No ninjas here. So, Yuhn, what time is it over there right now?
3 o'clock.
It's 3 o'clock?
For you.
Is this the first game, or we just...
This second game.
Second game. So everybody already knows everything there is about this tournament except me, but I can live with that.
Very, very, yes.
Alright, so on the left you did say we have Elite Alberta Gaming?
Yep.
I like that name. It's a very strong name.
Right side, Ruthless Cunning. Ruku.
Ruthless Cunning, yeah. I can go with that. Remember Riot Roku? Yeah. I haven't seen that guy in ages.
Okay, can they hear me? Can they hear? Can you go check? Oh, I love Roku. He's a very good friend of mine. I love Roku. He's so adorable. He's so cute.
He's a cutie. Cutie patootie.
So right now, alright, so blue team does lock in Tarek, Tarek Udyr. Tarek now actually not often picked as a support anymore. Due to the, like, his sustain isn't as high anymore. Most other teams now, you know, they run Soraka, they run Sona, but they do pick up Tarek Udyr right now, so 2 heavy stuns. Very reliable stun, single target. And right side is locking in Caitlyn. Caitlyn always a smart pick against Graves because you can bully him, and Tarek Graves might actually have a very difficult time with Soraka and Caitlyn because the Soraka armor buff right now and the Tarek Shatter might not take away all that if they focus, if the heal goes on the right target. So right now, Soraka and Caitlyn can actually just bully a lot out of Tarek Graves. But with Udyr ganks, might have very successful ganks with Tarek stun.
Roku's so cute. Mr. Marnell's watching. That's good times. I'm a little surprised that Tarek got picked out here to Graves and they took Soraka first, because if they're going to run that Caitlyn, Caitlyn, definitely a very strong lane, something to be feared. But that didn't happen. They got split up.
Caitlyn Soraka, though, is probably one of the most annoying things to deal with, because you can just push all day.
Infinite Piltovers.
They can't ever do anything. Infinite sustain and range. Nope. Too much range. And they also do lock Aurelia. Aurelia, you know, not a lot of people pick Aurelia. Aurelia's still, overall, just good. Very good against a lot of heroes and can definitely handle a lot of things on her own. So, actually, we didn't see the Xerath ban picking up from EAG right now. They actually switch over to Brand and Riven.
I really, as a top lane, I still actually do prefer her. She's a great counter to things like Singe, but there's a lot that can actually counter Singe these days. But up against a Riven, a little torn about who to vote for on that one. It does look like an Ignite here for Wystan, but Fake Steve taking the Teleport Exhaust. Not even a flash. He's that confident.
He's manning up.
He's manning up. Yeah.
But left side actually is very stun heavy. A lot of CC actually with Brand and Riven with AoE. And actually a smart pick actually. Kassadin is actually really strong against Brand.
Silence, baby.
Silence actually is just a blinks. If you give him blue 2, Kassadin absolutely rolls over Brand.
Yeah, as I said, like Morgana ban, I'm a little surprised. I would have liked to see a Kassadin ban, but hey, no worries. Let's take him as our 5th pick and just screw over their mid. I can deal with that.
Alright, so right now we are just having this countdown right now. So again, EAG blue team, Tarek Graves, Udyr, Brand, Riven against Ruthless Cunning, purple team, GP, Soraka, Caitlyn, Aurelia, Kassadin.
Caitlyn going with the exhaust, I like it. We have the Clairvoyance on our Soraka, but you see the double heal for that bottom lane over on Elite Alberta Gaming. Could be very hard to take them down in a pinch.
Actually, if I was Caitlyn, I would grab Cleanse right now.
The Cleanse could definitely save her life, especially from that stun combo.
Good. So, FourCourtJester, what do you think of these lanes? What do you think we'll see?
Well, they look pretty cut and dry at this point. Riven versus Irelia top, the two mages of Brand and Cassidy in the mid, and that's going to be a Soraka Caitlyn with a Tarek Graves in our jungle. Udyr, the man, bear, pig, tree, whatever he is, and Sprocklin with the Gangplank. I do like the Gangplank. His ultimate can come into very much use as opposed to like the top lane of Riven or the jungle of Udyr, because it is global range. Could be very useful. No teleports on the map except for that Irelia. So Riven, if she does get caught up top to a team fight bottom, she's going to be absolutely useless. Whereas we got that ultimate there from Sprocklin, and Fake Steve can just teleport into a ward.
Bot lane, in terms of winning lanes right now, Soraka, if theoretically, if played correctly, Kate Soraka should beat Tarek Graves. Middle, as soon as Cass starts getting Rift Walk and those higher levels, he will have a lot easier time against this Brand. But the Udyr ganks will actually be very strong, because all the lanes have stuns, and they're very powerful stuns. So Udyr will have a lot easier time ganking these lanes, actually. And Riven, I think Riven Irelia is more of a skill matchup. I don't think either one of those just absolute rolls over the other hero.
No, I can't see a clear advantage from either of them. But you do bring up a good point with the stuns coming out from the bear, rather than just the slows that we can stack on from Sprocket.
It's very hard for Udyr to gank if he has no like other CC in the lane.
Well, let's see. Brand, yes. Riven, yes. Tarek, yes. The only one not with is.
Well, I mean, even
Graves.
if Graves uses smoke screen correctly, they can mass ganks pretty easily.
Yeah. Hard to avoid.
Alright, so right now we're actually going to go a quick commercial from one of our sponsors at Gamer Grub right now, and we'll be back in a couple seconds. Just don't say anything right now. This is like the cheesiest commercial I've ever seen.
Yeah, for those wondering.
Actually, while right now, can you write some tweets and I'll just retweet them? Just because I just want to leave the screen here.
They are live at a LAN. I'm actually at home. I'm muted.
And we're back right now in the last 40 seconds right now, the delay period right now. So actually, we look at these teams. Both teams are actually, they can both be very powerful early, and both teams are actually very powerful late game as well. Although mid game, I'd probably throw over to blue team right now. Blue team's a bit more stronger. Caitlyn follows off mid game, but a 6-item Caitlyn late game is actually very difficult to deal with, because you actually once you have 6 items, you have the range advantage on a lot of it, and it's actually very good. But there's a point mid game where Caitlyn does fall off. And Cassidy, Aurelia, GP, they're all very strong late game. Graves is also a monster late game, and built Udyr is also very strong. So we should see roughly even. It'll just come down to a lot of which team can play smarter.
Oh, that's awesome. My my League of Legends is actually on 1/4 of my screen, so damn.
You can set that up quickly once you get in.
Yeah.
So we do see the loading screen right now. Again, we have Alberta Elite Gaming, blue side, running Tarek Graves, Udyr, Brand, Riven, against Ruthless Cunning, purple side, running GP, Soraka, Caitlyn, Aurelia, Cassidy. I want everyone in the LAN center to raise their hands and shout, if you are sexy.
I heard nothing.
Me neither.
Man, you guys got a pretty unsexy crowd over there then.
Apparently.
That's right, Yuhn, you make up for it.
Oh, thank you. Once again, I am Yuhn. You can follow me on Twitter at Yuhnie, Y-U-H-N-N-I-E, and I am with the adorable and lovable FourCourtJester. You can follow him on Twitter at FourCourtJester. He does a lot of casting for a lot of things. StarCraft 2, Han, Bloodline Champions, and League of Legends.
Yay, me.
Yay, you.
Alright, reconnecting.
Coming in the game right now. So right now we do see blue team actually just coming on the blue side right now, and as well as purple side. Ruthless Cunning, they're also, both teams are grouping up on their purple side, blue side jungles, going to get this golem to their carries right now. Purple team actually slightly spraying out, so we're actually dropping a ward on the ramp here to try and prevent, possibly if the Udyr tries to come up here and steal the race out of GP's pocket.
30 seconds until
Right now, and Graves Tarek, obviously bottom, they are going to do this little thing where they do grab with the new jungle because you can steal his golem and it won't take away from your jungler too much. Take this, you know, possibly get that advantage they need to try and get early kills to shut down Caitlyn Soraka before they get to a point where they can't handle it too much anymore.
Alright, I am back in the game, so I do apologize for...
What's your time at? Timer?
143, 44.
You just see GP's starting this wolf right now. They don't give him too much damage. Udyr is actually just going to do blue itself. He's not going to grab these wolves, but he did skill Phoenix, so just save a little bit of time, do the wolves, and then go to it. Oh, actually, Tarek Graves did not grab the golems. This might actually turn on them if they can't handle it. If they take too much free damage early, this might snowball. It might come to a point where it's too hard, much to control, and they're going to need Udyr ganks. Udyr and GP just grabbing their blues right now. And we actually see Udyr heading top lane. Oh! Not sure what he's doing, actually. He's just kind of hovering the ramp. Kind of wasting a little bit of time. He's just going to do it out of his wolves, actually. So at bottom we actually see Tarek laying out stun, Soraka again. Caitlyn already going to work, getting that free damage out.
Why not? When you got the range advantage, start putting on some pressure, could lead into some nice
we actually had a little
ganks.
bit of a skirmish, actually. Aurelia and Riven trading back and forth. Aurelia actually just dropping a half health, popping health potions.
Yeah, there goes the stun combo on the bottom. Dark Supremacy does get that heal from Soraka. No follow-up from Graves, although it looks like he already used the buckshot, so buckshot into stun. It should be the other way around for that guaranteed damage.
And they are hitting level 2, they will have the level advantage. Udyr is actually camping this top bush right now. He does have Bear ready. Aurelia coming in. Here they come! Bear forming in! There's the stun. Getting the knock up on Aurelia. Aurelia has no... There's the ignite! Is she going to use that exhaust? No. She almost there. No. And they take down Aurelia. First blood coming. Aurelia with no escape. Best thing to do would have been use that exhaust and try to get away. But already Riven with that 1 kill. And Riven starting to snowball is not a very good thing. So good job by Elite Alberta Gaming taking down Aurelia early and giving Riven that very fast advantage right now. Actually see this general thing in the middle. Brand does have this bully. He can bully Cassidy pretty early right now. I don't think Cassidy has actually done any damage though. On the bottom we do see this starting to happen. Caitlyn and Soraka bottom are starting to take control right now. Ward in the bush right there, and they are just going to push up here and force Graves to actually have to last hit under tower.
Not the best of circumstances, but you see...
However, somehow Graves actually has more CS than Caitlyn right now, so Caitlyn really needs to step that up. He's 7 CS ahead, and that's not a good thing if you're going to play this poke thing. You need to make sure you're CSing well.
Well, what kind of runes is he actually running? 31 armor pen, 10%, so he's only rocking 63 attack damage.
He's doing armor pen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to help him out with these last hits, especially under this tower.
It's a lot better though to do what's the button again to check stats? C? Yeah.
C, yep.
You learned that last time. Yeah, he has 15 armor pen. He doesn't have 80. He doesn't have the big 80 runes, and I think that's what Graves is running. Yeah, no, Graves is actually even more armor pen, so he's got 25. He's just doing that CS better. So both teams actually not doing the top. Actually, we have a little bit of fight. No, really just getting some free damage onto Riven right now. And we might see GP coming top with this red buff, trying to get this gank onto Riven.
He's gonna try. But
it is warded though, so Riven can see this coming. Riven actually dashing in and stunning Aurelia. Aurelia using Equilibrium Strike, using Exhaust onto Riven right now. There's the GP, the red ticking. He's going to flash away and use Broken Wings to just pull herself out of range.
I don't know how broken those wings are, but it definitely flew her out of danger right there.
Actually, we have Udyr actually transitioning top again. Actually, GP... He doesn't know this is warded, but GP is going to walk back up top, and Riven can see this coming, or should see this coming, unless he's not paying attention.
Well, the ward, yeah, they wouldn't have seen him leave, but that bush itself is actually not warded. So here we go, they're going to try their luck. Level 5, Whiston.
Yeah, he's just going to use Broken Wings and spam that Q and get out.
And dash.
Udyr's actually top here as well. And GP's actually just going to port back. CS so far, we have Graves at 33, Caitlyn at 25. Graves actually doing a good job CSing, getting silenced actually, walking onto the trap, Piltover Peacemaker missing, and he's going to quick draw out of that. Missing Piltover, huge. Need to get that free damage, and Graves is going to back actually, or he is going to fake the back.
No, he's going to go back. He has the boots. There we go. Dorn's Blade in the inventory. 2 Dorn's Blades. Going to get that ward out as well. So he does not want to be having anything to do with Gangplank.
You also grab wards. It's very helpful.
Oh yeah, you need wards are king of this game. Wards and
not
movement
to
speed.
starve your support of gold. Tarek's actually matching Shatter, which isn't the smartest thing to do in this lane because he needs sustain against this. Especially now that Caitlyn is going to have that level advantage over both of them because they're both just sitting here. Caitlyn is actually backing. Best thing to do is actually just push this lane again and then go back. You're going to lose creeps right here in XP.
She only has 1,000 gold to boot, so she's only going to get that double Dorns and the boots. So we equalize out really the damage output in terms of items. Really comes down to their ward choices at this point. But now Graves going to have a good opportunity here to take that creeps lead back.
If they can freeze the lane here, it'd be a lot easier for Graves to just get these last hits. Actually, well, he has 2 Dorns. It's not that hard to last hit on her tower. So he is going to pick up a lot of this CS right here, and it's going to put him even more ahead using Buckshot, clearing that. So he's going to put himself again ahead of Caitlyn. Caitlyn really needs to be on top of this CS, or this lane isn't exactly worth it, the cheese that you can do with it.
Up top, the duelists going back and forth. The cat fight is going on. The ultimate from Wiston just throwing it out, but Fake Steve with 74 armor, 52 magic resist, just not having any of it. Only a half health after that combo.
So now gold is still about even. Blue team's actually pulling almost 1,000 gold ahead. They are CSing harder right now. Graves at 43 compared to 36 out of Caitlyn. GP has a bit more over Udyr. Brand is CSing 20 more over Kassadin, which is, you know, generally so. And then Riven almost basically on par with Aurelia right now. So now Kassadin does have his level 6 and Riftwalk, so now he'll be able to generally do that harassment on Brand. Because now he will be able to have his way, and if he does get supplied blue, he should be able to win the lane. There's no ward top actually, and GP coming up here. There's Ray's morale. Riven dashing out, getting away. It's very hard to catch that Riven, and she is just going to get away. Getting some harass on. Riven's just going to dash out and not care. There's no ward though. And Udyr's picking up blue and not handing it over to Brand, surprisingly. We've seen this. We saw this last game too. I don't think any of the junglers ever handed out blue, although one side did have Kennen, and there was no point to it, but the other one just never gave it to I forget what the mage they had, but there was no handing of blue.
I got some input saying that the music's too loud on stream, but that's up to you guys to fix. Just passing that along.
I turned down.
You so nice. Yes. Yeah, up top, I mean, the duel there, as you said, it's really going to come down to skill, but they both have such massive armor values at this point. It's really hard just to combo each other without that help of that dedicated gank, and even with those ganks, it's still really hard to get onto this Riven. She just dashes Broken Wings out, has a flash, whereas Fake Steve, still no flash. I mean,
actually popping Blade of Exile, stunning in, there's an exhaust, and the Ignite's just going to pick up Aurelia. Aurelia going down again, and Riven's starting to get out of control.
Yeah, you can't really play that close to the wire there, Steve. You have no escape mechanism whatsoever. You have no flash. The exhaust clearly did not save your life.
We actually have Brand coming down the mid lane.
Yeah, we had Gangplank of it.
Head off. So now the lead is almost 2k advantage in the favor of Alberta Gaming. Alberta Gaming still CSing way far ahead. Graves is above Caitlyn, surprisingly. The bottom lane isn't being it's not being correctly played by Caitlyn. If the Graves is out CSing you, there's something wrong. You need to be zoning, you need to be getting the last hits on, you have to make sure you're getting those last hits, and you have to make sure you're zoning properly. Udyr actually coming down, trying to get the Soraka bear forming. Soraka has no boots. Flash, bear pine into the Soraka. There's a flash from Tarek using Dazzle, getting that. There's the GP ultimate. Is this going to be enough? No, they are going to slow down. Almost going down. Graves is almost dead. There's the exhaust. Udyr also narrowly escaping. The Caitlyn could have picked up. Is Shield going to last? There it is! Ace in the hole, bringing down Udyr, getting that double buff on Caitlyn. Now, Caitlyn should really start taking advantage of this lane and starting to get ahead.
It's so bloody hard to actually kill a Soraka. She blew Summoner Heal. She has Summoner Heal. No, she has Clairvoyance. She doesn't. Okay, so she popped her ult and her heal and her flash, but she lived. And there you go, that Gangplank ultimate again, global range.
Gangplank ultimate definitely helped, and Caitlyn now with double buff should just like... The problem with her, like, this helps her so much, and if she doesn't take control of this lane right now, I don't know how that's possible. She needs to start taking control of the lane. Oh my god, I actually missed the Kassadin killing Brand,
yeah,
sorry.
So did I.
Brand, but he does have blue, and this is what we're talking about. As soon as he has this blue now, he controls Brand. He doesn't have anything to do, although Brand is 75 CS, he is CSing well. Kassadin only 41, he actually buys 2 Doran's rings. instead of saying rushing Catalyst and getting Rod of Ages or even Tear of Goddess.
Well, he's down 0-1, so 3 Dorns rings now. He's actually going to take that. And typically, you want to get those Dorns if you feel like you're really behind in your lane, but I don't think that's actually the case whatsoever, so I'm a little curious as to his choices as well.
Dorn is usually actually bought in when you're trying to push an advantage and win. Or Dorn, yeah, you're right if you're starved, but he had so much gold. I mean, if he has these Dorns, he needs to start playing aggressive and starting to take a lead. If he can't do that, then the investment he's putting in 3 Dorns isn't worth it.
Well, it's going to go to waste for sure.
Yep.
No, totally agree with that. What's he running for runes? It is 29 spell penetration, 4% cooldown, and the 10% from that as well.
29 spell pen? Oh, right, he has boots. I'm dumb.
Yeah, so he didn't actually put anything into the spell pen. Looks like more into the
He's going to start
tower.
poking Cassidin, poking with Null Sphere. He should just start poking with that, Force Pulse, just getting it. GP actually coming top. Ultine coming down on Riven. Riven's trying to escape. There's the slow from the red and GP ultimate. Flashing, dashing away with Valor, and he is going to escape this. There's a slow. They're going to go for the dive right now. They should. Aurelia actually hesitates slightly. I don't know if they're going to get this. Uses Blade of the Exile, and Exhaust coming onto GP, and he's going to get away. Is he going to get away? He is dashing out. Aurelia does not have enough speed to catch, and he is going to pick up that red buff from GP and escape. Very well, the Riven. Now, bit of a hesitation though on Aurelia's part instead of chasing right in after. And Udyr is actually going to come up the lane right here and try and catch this, but Fake Steve can see this with the ward. He does not have enough mana though to use the... Oh, actually no, he does have enough mana for a Gleam Strike, but Udyr does not press in on that, so he is just going to walk away, instead soaking up the lane XP.
Do you know what really would have made a big difference right there? If Soraka had actually thrown out a Clairvoyance at any of the point those bushes were occupied.
Indeed, indeed.
That would have made a huge difference. Get that parlay off with that red buff and you're slow. Come on.
FourCourtJester. Anyways, right now we do see the gold is starting to come back equally. They're only 1,000 up right now. Cassin at 50 CS, Brand at 87. Brand's doing a very good job CSing. However, Riven is 3 kills.
Yeah.
And 95 CS. The most CS in the game right now. This Riven's going to be very strong. Riven does have Phage, actually. This GP is going to try and look for a gank bottom. He will be spotted by the ward, and he will not really be able to make anything happen here. The Caitlyn still does not have more CS than the Graves. There's the Raise Morale. He's going to come in, parlaying the... parlaying and just eating. He ate fruit, and it was K. I hate that meme, but it's so funny.
Say it as often as you can, yeah. Now that's Aurelia up top is just getting knocked around by Riven. Wriggles already, Phage, Ninja Tabby. It's really hard to go up against that.
Yeah, the Aurelia's lost any chance to fight. Aurelia is now 2 levels behind, and the Riven has a Phage and a Wriggles. Aurelia is pretty much shows at this point, unless they get some ganks up top.
If Caitlyn can bring up her CS, you know, she can start using this item advantage that she has.
I mean, really, blue team should be... They should be pushing advantages in 2 lanes at least. Like, because Cassidin can really control Brand very well, and Caitlyn Soraka lane against the Graves Taric, there's no reason the Caitlyn should ever be behind in CS, actually.
Oh.
But Udyr's coming down, there's the Flash Dazzle onto Caitlyn, Flash Bear Pine, there's Caitlyn, and Caitlyn is trying to frantically get away. Soraka heal coming out on the heal, giving her a bunch of armor, and Caitlyn is just going to walk out, not enough damage to take down Caitlyn.
Those traps, man, saving her life.
Very good by Udyr, putting some pressure on that lane. And up top, Riven is just CSing for free.
She one-shotting creeps? Yikes.
Valor actually, Keystrike actually does a lot. Getting some free damage now into this Aurelia. Aurelia doing almost no damage, that Valor blocking the whole damage of the Equilibrium Strike almost.
Now, you were talking about this mid matchup of how Cassidin's controlling Brand, but other than just being down 40 creeps, really nothing else going on in there. It's just kind of going back and forth with this frozen middle.
I mean, generally with Cassidin, because you do have a very poor early game. Actually, top again, some damage coming down by this Riven, and Aurelia's just frantically trying to get farm, and Riven just keep coming in her face saying, nope, can't have anything, and that's what he can do. He can push this advantage, and he is warded adequately, and so he will know, and it's very hard for those two to catch, especially when Aurelia has no mana whatsoever. So again, Riven poking in, doing some damage. Is he going to go for the dive here? Is he activating Blade of the Exile right now? He is going to get exhausted right now. There's the Ignite, and that is going to do enough damage to take down Aurelia again. 4-0 this Riven right now, and Aurelia is in a spot where it's almost, there's no light at the end of the tunnel right now. GP actually going to throw his ult up the top, but Riven's actually just going to pick up this tower right now. Very well done. This Riven's playing excellent. 2k lead right now, actually. For EAG, 1 tower up, 2k guild, and this Riven is right now doing very, very well.
Star player at this point, 2k basically to her, and 4 kills. She's the only one with kills on her team.
Yeah. Kassan actually buying blasting one in middle. Kassan's not taking advantage of what he can do. That's a problem. Like, the 2 lanes that you will generally see being played aren't being played correctly, in my opinion, right now. Like, the Kassan should be doing a lot better if he plays correctly, and bottom lane should just be doing a lot better. Like, the Graves still has more CS than Caitlyn somehow. The Caitlyn is not getting enough creep or zoning properly. I think it's just her missing creep.
It's only off by 8, but yeah, I mean, it is these little things that just start snowballing very hard, and then by late game, you're like, well, where did we go wrong? It all adds up. It all adds up. And, you know, we also have no Dragon attempts going on yet. 16 minutes in.
Yeah. No one's been confident enough or cleared it enough, but Caitlyn and Sona actually warding this Dragon area right now, and look at Riven. Riven's just starting to push now. Riven can put so much here that they, like, Purple has to put pressure on top to deal with Riven, but because there's no pressure being put anywhere, Riven's up here and she's bullying Aurelia.
She has a Giant's belt to boot now.
Yeah, so much health and she does so much damage. Like, Aurelia needs help, but they have to commit something to get rid of this Riven, because there's no pressure. Riven feels no pressure whatsoever, and she's just gonna sit up here right now.
Yeah, Gangplank just,
even Kassan hasn't roamed anywhere either.
Yeah, he is level 12. He needs to start putting that into effect, even if it's just coming down here to start stomping on this Graves. I mean, you got to do something. Yes, you're losing pretty hard there in the mid, creep-wise, 125 to 78. That's in order 50 creeps, which is in order, what, 5 waves? The only way to really make up for that is to go kill something.
Yeah, well, he has to. Kassan has very strong roaming power, and he just hasn't yet. Riven actually going to find GP on the red right now, and GP is completely helpless. Here he goes, knocking him up, getting the stun. He's just going to eat fruit and run away. Now Aurelia's coming down to join that. Slowing down, slowing down. There's the GP ultimate, trying to slow down Riven. They're all coming off cooldowns right now, and Brand is actually coming up from the rear. So with Kassan, Kassan's following, and they are going to turn on this. Kassan, however, now showing up, and Riven's going to run the other way. Here comes Udyr now to back them up, and blue team is going to try and, missing the stun. They are going to get away, using Raise Morale to run away. Udyr still following, actually. Kassan just blinking out. And now Riven's actually just going to take this red instead.
It's just not good news right now for the Ruthless Cunning.
They're playing extremely well, actually. EAG is actually playing quite well right now. They're playing lanes pretty strong that theoretically you usually see not do as well as they're doing right now. So it's very good by them. They actually got to choose this attempt. They know that GP had to go back because he was low and no mana, and they know Aurelia was still top, so they're just going to force this Baron right now. It's falling so fast, and there it is. Dragon being picked up by EAG and boosting that. Udyr actually trying to flash for this Soraka. Soraka actually preemptively flashes and gets away, and the Udyr is just going to turn around right now, but we do have Aurelia coming down. GP does not follow, actually. I thought that's what he was trying to do. And the Aurelia is down here as well, and they might try and force something while Riven just goes back top and continues to free farm.
Yeah, the free farming aspect of Wiston is just going to really start hurting very soon. Phage and Giant Spout looks like a frozen mallet, but I have been, fooled before into the Warmark sheen.
With a GP, Graves trying to flash into the bush. There's the exhaust coming out, Aurelia and Graves. They are trying to chain it down, but Udyr coming in as well, stunning the GP. They're trying to put some damage on this. Graves and Tarek so low. They don't have a lot of potency to dive this, though. It is very hard. They will just get stun locked under it and smoke screen, so it's not generally the safest thing to be doing. And I missed it again. Kassadin killed Brand.
Yeah, 1-on-1, he took that pretty handy, but 4-on-3 down here. They're going to try to push this advantage. They're going to get this tower in response, but hey, I mean, it's going to equalize the gold at least a little bit. Should be bringing us about under 1k. Okay, a little over 1k.
Around 2k. Advantage still for EAG right now. And with that now, like, if they want to try and do something, Purple can start to group and try and push waves and that, and try and just disengage using traps and such, and raise morale as long as they don't get caught. Actually, they're going to find this right here. Tarek and Graves coming in on this GP and Caitlyn. There's the ultimate, and Aurelia and Soraka are coming back down. Graves is so low, Tarek is so low, and there it is. There's the pickup. Aurelia picking up the kill onto Tarek right now, and here comes Brand bottom as well. Flaring up Pillar of Flame. They're joined by Riven bot lane right now. And they're just going to push this away, and Ruthless Cunning is going to disperse from this bottom lane. This Kassadin goes top to farm. Let's talk about farm right now. Look at blue. Look at those CS numbers.
Yeah, 171, 154, 135. Very strong numbers indeed.
Riven CSing extremely well, 60 over Aurelia. Brand actually CSing really well. Casson slowly closing the gap, but again, Graves CS really well, considering that they're being put under pressure from the Kate Soraka lane. Very good job on his part.
Yeah, now we're going to punish this bottom. Graves and... oh, it's almost like a rematch down here.
Aurelia.
Yeah, big damage going out.
Some stuns there, being joined by Soraka and GP right now. Aurelia trying to get in, and actually Riven is actually just going to flash and dash out right now. There's a smoke screen coming down. Oh my god, Aurelia so close to doing that, dying. Collateral damage does not quite do enough damage. And Udyr is now going to start hitting bot lane. He will be seen by the ward. And let's talk about items quickly while we have the chance. So Soraka has 2 GP5. Tarek only has 1 right now. Both ADs actually opted for Bloodthirster in this case.
Yeah, I don't know. Bloodthirster first on a Caitlyn, I always prefer to get my crit up. Because that long range, that crit, just start really clearing some of these waves. That free harass that you like, you know, just an extra crit doubles it. Easy.
Yeah. And you have Soraka support anyway, so you have your sustain right there.
Yeah. I mean, it is an extra 100 damage when it does get really filled up, but then you die and it's all gone. I'm not saying that she's died. She's 101, so on her team, well, she's the only one without a death in this regard. So it could become a very strong item that you can snowball that into, but typically after your first BF sword, you do like to get that Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, general formula on ADs is, you know, some type of BF item and then into Phantom Dancers. So right now, Brand actually, other items, Udyr actually going for this Wriggles and a recurve bow. I assume he's going to be buying a Wit's End. It's generally an item that a lot of people buy on Udyr. Caitlyn has that. Really looks like she's building Wit's End as well, I believe, with recurve bow. Has a Chain Vest and no magic, might be rushing a Guardian Angel. And Kassadin is actually going right for Death Cap right now, and Brand is also right now, and GP's actually going to hand off this blue to Kassadin. Very good. I don't think I've seen Brand with blue at all yet.
No, we might actually try to change that, but no, he turns around and proves me wrong. That's fine. He has himself that needlessly large rod, so, you know, it might be a battle of the hats, the silly hats in the middle.
Actually, Riven Riven has Frozen Mallet right now, and she's opting. She's getting GA right now. So again, she already does quite a bit of damage, and she's just gonna furthermore make herself tankier and be able to sit in those fights right now. And actually, Brand doesn't get blue again. Udyr, actually no, is the blue gone?
Blue is well, at least it's not there right now.
No, it's not. Yeah.
We have it on Cass, and I don't see another one, so.
It's not up right now. So again, Group 5 middle from Ruthless Cunning. They're going to start pushing and sieging this tower. Riven's nowhere here. They're just trying to keep the wave off right now. Poking in. Caitlyn's going to just poke in right now. And Tarek healing up. And here comes Riven dashing down to try and help her team right now. They're waiting for the wave. Piltover Peacemaker coming out. The gold lead is only just 1,000 within each other right now.
That's
some more damage coming out. Blinking in. There's just poking coming back and forth. But both teams do have sustain. Soraka and Tarek both sustain these lanes right now. Now Riven joins their team, and now you see the purple team slightly backing off. They are scared of Riven actually. And it looks like they're going to push this back against them right now. More buckshot coming out, just getting some poke damage in.
We got ourselves a good old 5v5 in the mid.
Actually, Tarek still actually, he did max Shatter first. So.
Well, it's not a terrible way to go, the passive armor.
His skill isn't quite as strong as Soraka's, but Soraka is Soraka.
I mean, hell, that's an extra 30 armor. That can go a long way, especially against Kate and Gangplank. And I mean, all three of them. Physical damage. The only AP we got is that Kassadin.
It looks like blue team actually is going to transition bottom here. They see Aurelia top. They can fight a 5v4 here, and BAG is actually quite the stronger team right now, especially because they have their Riven down here, and Graves does way more damage at this point than Soraka.
That
has them coming out actually, just bouncing twice. Getting rid of that Brand ult. Not the best ult, but
silly.
Out there doing some damage. They are going to take this dragon for free, and Aurelia's just going to try and trade and get this top lane. And here they come. They are dashing in. They are just going to try and pick up some kills right now. Soraka flashing out actually in fear of getting caught.
Oh, it is going to be a trade. That tower does go down. Nobody up there to hurt Fake Steve whatsoever. You can actually continue pushing that in peace because we do see at least all four. And there's that Tarek. We got that ward over there. So they do know it could be a pushable lane, but it looks like he's going to play it safe, head on back. But this would be a good time to push EAG.
I should actually just be pushing, because they can see all 5 middle, and Aurelia should just continue to push right now. They can actually clear waves very well because they do have Caitlyn, and they have a Cassidon with blue. They can clear the waves easily. Aurelia should just continue to push top and put some pressure on and force someone to come over.
Would have been a nice idea. We actually baited out the flash there from Dark Supremacy, so Caitlyn is without that flash. And you can see her positioning. She's actually in front of everyone. So, I mean, without that flash, it could be a very viable target if she just goes a few more steps down. Just like that, right there. That actually going for it.
Sure. There's the GP ultimate. GP actually getting caught and melting. Here comes Aurelia into the fray right now. They need to focus a certain target. Brand is low. Udyr is low. Not enough damage coming out. They're so low on this blue team. There's not enough focus. Aurelia coming down and sorry. Brand actually just living.
Udyr, 20 hit points, gets out of that skin of his teeth. I did see Tarek get body blocked the ultimate there from Caitlyn on top of that Brand, so he actually lived out of that. Overall, 1 for 1, or 1 for 0, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, 0 for 2 actually.
Oh right, you're quite right.
Riven actually going bottom and clearing right now. They should just push right now while these guys have no mana. Grace doesn't have mana, and sorry, Brand doesn't have any mana right now. They should just push this right now. Try and get this tower for free while Riven's down and Udyr back with no health. You start pushing this quickly and then get a free tower and possibly try and take some map control back. All the wards are in River right now, so gold lead is now 2k again for EAG. The gold lead hasn't been too far out from each of them, just throwing out the random the stun there on Caitlyn. She's just going to back out. They should just push this lane, try and get that tower at least somewhat down. They didn't.
Well, I mean, that last team fight, it was a little bit messy. They had the best initiation they really could have asked for. I mean, Caitlyn just sticking her neck out there. But, you know, when everybody comes together, 5 people focusing one, you still really do go down. Unfortunately, like, skin of their teeth, as I said, we had a body block there from the Caitlyn ult, and Udyr with repeated turtle shields. I mean, he got out of that, and they ended up 2-0. So overall, it worked out well for EAG, bringing them up to 6-4. But yeah, that gold is just really not expanding.
Middle tower is actually going to fall right now. EAG is going to pick up that middle turret. I think the problem right now that Ruthless Cunning is really having is like the small things that they need to do to try and put themselves back in this game, they're not taking. And every time they make these small mistakes that they can get away with, they aren't. And they really need to start getting that. Like the last fight, there wasn't any clear focus on anyone. Until like the really end where Udyr had like 400 health or something like that. And then when they try to get, he still got out. There's no real focus on anyone. Brand was really low. Tarek was really low. Graves was low before heal. Udyr just barely got out. That was the only time they actually started to focus. They saw the one target that was really down. And then I started to see, you know, they start focus one target. So right now they really need to start getting some focus in their fights and start to pick these fights, you know, slightly more wisely, not having the Caitlyn being initiated on. They need to start, you know, taking the advantages that they need. Cassidon again with blue buff right now. Cassidon finishing death cap actually, and Brand is actually going giant spell. So
Rylai's.
Half Rylai's, half death cap right now. It doesn't have the most AP, but Rylai's is actually a very good item on Brand too.
For sure.
Lots of AoE, chainless slowing, AoE slows.
Chainless.
Tarek actually also has a Reverie, so if they do catch one on this, they can actually do some hard engages on someone if someone gets caught. He can Reverie in and just the chain stuns on a single target, and they can start having these fights in their favor. They're actually going to start sieging. EAG is actually going to try to start sieging this second inner turret in the middle. And actually their blue's up right now, so if what they really should be doing right now is getting Brand blue and then just starting to poke, because they have a level advantage. They have an item advantage right now, actually. Sorry, not an item advantage. They're just stronger overall right now. Actually, Brand has 2,000 gold, so what he can do right now is he can go back and he can buy Death Cap, which I assume is what he's doing now, or Rylai's. He has enough money for both. He has 2,000 gold. So he does... Where does gold go? Oh yeah, he did dump it, and there it is. He just picked up Death Cap. I was like, I'm watching these items and I didn't see anything change. GP actually has Warmogs, making him very tanky right now. Soraka, 2 GP5 finally. It looks like she is building her up self to Reverie with Kindle Gem. The AD carries are about even. Both of them have Zeals and Bloodthirsters right now. Caitlyn might be grabbing Last Whisper right now because she does have Pickaxe. Udyr has his Wit's End, and Cassidon and Brand both have Death Caps right now. And then Riven is actually pretty tanky right now with Mallet, GA, and Wriggles. And the Aurelia is very tanky. A lot of armor actually. 2 Chain Vests, Wriggles Lantern, and Ninja Tabby. Only real damage is, I mean, it's not entirely bad because with the attack speed, she can do a lot of damage with Yuhn style, having the true damage, and Wit's End doing that magic damage, and she can just attack really fast. They're trying to get some damage off on this Castaner right now. He's just going to slip away right now while the Aurelia is top. And so again, they still haven't given off Brand Blue. If they give Brand Blue, they can just siege the turrets as they wish and just poke down. They're doing the Tarek actually does have Oracle, and they're going to start clearing these wards out. There's actually the one ward in Baron that they didn't see yet.
It's about time, though, Mr. Badasser. I mean, we've seen Soraka running around 0 deaths, but she's cleared at least.
Actually starting to do Baron right now. Baron isn't dropping. It's actually dropping at a commendable rate right now. They do throw the ward over the wall. They do see that. They don't kill it. They're actually backing off right now. Very smart to do, as actually Riven's starting to get low. And actually, Castling can do quite a bit of damage right now.
Yeah, but they didn't have Gangplank.
Decent. Yeah, like Gangplank was still top, so they didn't finish it. They don't want to risk it. They have a lead. They don't necessarily need to do this, but actually, like the gold lead is only 1,000 actually, not even 1,000. So it's actually very even right now. As the Caitlyn farm is actually starting to get ahead right now. Aurelia's actually starting to farm really well now too. There is the stun onto double stunning that Aurelia, and she's gonna start throwing those flashes. GP ulti coming down. There's some damage coming everywhere. They need some focus on one of these targets again. Riven's low and Tarek is low. They aren't focusing right now. No one's really focusing anyone right now. They're just kind of hitting whoever's closest right now. Udyr falling, Caitlyn or Aurelia falling, GP falling, and they're dashing in, getting that AoE stun right now. They need to focus someone. There it is. They do start to turn that focus onto Caitlyn. They do clean that up.
1 for 3.
The damage is all over the place, actually. They need to really focus a target and get rid of it.
You could definitely see them very spread out, not really hurting anyone. Yes, finally Udyr did go down, but they threw a lot of attack onto him, which they really did not need to throw. You don't want to focus the tanks. You want to focus the damage dealers.
I would have just killed the Tarek, actually. Just like the Tarek was low, and the Tarek has an Oracle, and he was very much in range. Just there wasn't enough focus right now. They are just actually going to come down here, and they are going to take this dragon without any contestation because these purple team is actually all going back to base, and no one's near it, regardless of the ward. They're going to pick up this dragon right now, and they should probably heal, buy up, because they don't want to have Ruthless Cunning actually just sneak the Baron because they're all low. Yeah, I do have a ping top and a ping bottom. Graves is coming to clear bottom.
Apparently people are hearing Skype notifications in your cast. Might want to set your Skype to do not disturb. Just
they hear Skype notifications, apparently.
That's what Twitter's telling me. Not to worry, 9 to 5, 4K gold or so, 3 dragons under their belt.
That afterward, yep. The gold lead actually is now 3K above in favor of EAG from the kills that they got in the tower and the dragon again. Warding up dragon again, they are going to clear this ward because of the Oracle they see. Graves actually finishing Phantom Dancer, and Caitlyn actually opting for Last Whisper.
Well, that's going to stack her armor penetration very nicely. 46%, yeah.
Because of the, there's quite a bit of armor on the other team. You know, Tarek also Shatter is giving an AoE. Aura, yeah.
Yeah, 30. Whiston there, I mean Guardian Angel, she's rocking 242. Udyr at 162.
They're actually just poking around here. Actually, this is really bad. Kassadin should not be bottom right now, because if they see that, they might actually just go for it right now and force the 4v5.
I know I would.
Do this. They should just be right now. Actually, but Brand is actually all the way back at base.
They didn't do it. Okay, they cleared the wards, no problem. Are they going to bait this out? Oh, I think that's their opportunity.
It's 4v4 right now. Both mages aren't even here.
Mages in the middle. Oh, Shirelia's blown. What? Okay, Soraka throwing down the Shirelia's very preemptive. Like, extremely preemptive.
My screen just went black. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right, well, I'll keep you entertained. 9-5, 35 minutes in. They're kind of just wandering around. We have now solidified here into the mid. Fake Steve just creeping up in that middle using his Q to clear out these creep waves. But we have our own Shirelia's going off. Mr. Badassery trying to chase down the gangplank. Does not work. Turns around. Gets that ultimate off. We do throw down that Tarek ultimate. Dark Supremacy does go down to the extreme focus with an ignite. On top of that, Soraka looks like she just gets that heal off. No problem. Cassidy clearing up the Udyr after Udyr picks up that one kill. And we are going to have Fake Steve blowing out that Aurelia. Yeah, she had herself a Guardian's Angel as well. She goes down. Whiston looking fairly good. 4-for-1 exchange. Soraka only getting out because she used heal on herself. And this is going to be a free Baron to EAG. You guys good on stream?
Apparently it just died.
Okay.
The stream died. Keep talking for your YouTube though.
Indeed. 5K, more or less. We gonna get this Baron. Are we gonna wait the 10 seconds for Udyr to come back up? I'm not too sure. Nope. No Baron for Udyr. That's fine. But 5K, 6K gold difference at this point. Soraka's the only defender, but she did stay alive enough to keep that Oracles. That's at least a small victory for her. The overall score though, 13-6, and we're about to hit that 40-minute mark in just a few minutes. And yeah, overall very strong play. I mean, you can see the focus in their eyes. Elite Alberta Gaming doing some good things. I mean, they took out Caitlyn right off the bat. She was not even a part of that fight, and the only one they were able to again focus down was that Udyr, because he's just shoving it in your face. He's like, I'm Udyr. I got the turtle shell. I got the armor. Just attack me, and they do, and that's why they keep losing these team fights. Baron's looking really good right now on top of our blue team. EAG just kind of regrouping.
So it died, right?
Udyr just in
Can
the
they
bottom.
see anything or no?
They're just, you know, he's just cleaning this up. He has that Wit's End and a Spirit Visage after that Wriggles, so it's really ridiculously hard to take him down. Looks like a little bit of jungling going off. In terms of creeps, no 300s yet, but Caitlyn actually leading the pack at 258. Has not gotten that Phantom Dancer, only that Zeal, whereas we did have that Zeal and a quick Silver Sash come out of Graves. So a little bit more defensive there, gets him a lot of magic resist, but more importantly, he can cleanse out of virtually anything at this point. Now, this could be a little bit of a miscommunication or a mispositioning here, because Wystan is going to notice, oh, there's a lot of people on top of me. Gangplank throwing out that ultimate taunt, actually top of nothing. So, wow, okay, now we're down an ult. We still have the Shurelias here ready to go from Gerard, but the positioning is just too bad. Kassadin and Soraka cut off from their team. Could become a 5-on-2. We use that Shurelias right there to just escape, but we are going to be pushing right up against the towers here. Wystan and Mr. Badassery is going to go toe-to-toe, 3 for 2. We do get that heal going off from Tarek, and now the rest of the team coming in. Graves throwing down that ultimate, landing on top of all three. Fake Steve, got to be very careful. He's so low. Yes, we're going to get that kill. Roughhide picking that up from afar. And again, Udyr just running in here. That Tiger Stance going to pick up Sprockleon. That's going to be a dead Gangplank. Now, of course, we didn't have a Soraka, we didn't have a Kassadin. They're just back in town now, so it was essentially a 5-on-3, and they really did punish that positioning error for Ruthless Cunning. Inhib does go down. We're up to about 9k gold difference at this point. And, oh, the Brand ultimate going off on top of nothing. That's not so good. You got a little bit of a booger there, Yuhn? You okay?
Yeah, my bad.
Mr. Badassery takes some damage. Dark Supremacy trying to use the range aspect to get some of this poke going, but with the Baron buff and just the complete and utter farm we have for Alberta Elite Gaming, or Elite Alberta Gaming, it's just they're probably going to be pushing in to win right here. Gerard goes down in a flaming glory from that Brand. That was a big pillar of flame, just incinerated Soraka, and she gets her first death of the game. 0-1-4, not a terrible score, but at the same time, I mean, those assists really do indicate that we have not been able to land these kills. We got 6 kills, 4 assists for that Soraka, so I mean, we really do not have that much on the table. Does look like we are going to be backing out. 2 inhibs down. Our job is done, they say. We're just going to go back, get some items, some wards, and does look like Brand is going to steal the blue, so that's going to be great for him. Now, in terms of farm, again, like, you know, it's just going to be a creep war for the next few minutes, just trying to keep everyone out of Purple's base. And Dragon's up again, so this could be the 4th Dragon now to EAG's name. How you coming there, Mr. Yuhn?
They're trying to fix some stream issues right now. My resolution is really screwed up right now, so it looks really funny.
That is.
But anyways, they're just going to pick up another dragon right now, and yes, they are.
So you can actually see, though?
My screen just went black again. I don't know what's going on.
Good old lands. No problem. We're going to group up a bit here in the mid. Ruthless Cunning. They do have the jungle warded, actually pretty extensively warded, so we know exactly where they are. Udyr is able to pick up that bottom turret. Wow, we didn't actually destroy that frontline bottom turret. It is now gone. We're up 5 towers, a Baron, and 4 dragons, and you can tell that we're just cresting over that 11,000 gold.
I'm no longer Lee Sin.
You're no longer the blind monk?
No. Anyways, so a lot happened. Now the gold advantage, 11,000 gold above for EAG right now. EAG basically now needs to just, you know, do this final siege. They can just final siege bottom right now, and just, you know, start to push their advantage and just end the game right now.
would be appreciated. Yeah, 40 minutes in, 16-6. We could just see a surrender, but I'm not sure if that's against your rules or not.
Anyone can surrender. Casson actually doesn't have that much damage either right now. He has Death Cap and Needless. He doesn't do enough damage right now. Brand actually picking up Morello's Evil Tomb. Generally, you don't see that a lot. Ribbon is extremely farmed right now. 6-0-9, 255 farm, has BT with it's half stacked up. So they're going to start sieging down this tower right now. Looking to damage. They're going to dash in on this. The rest of the team coming up. Huge AoE damage coming down. Melting Cassidin right now. The GP ulti coming down isn't going to quite get enough damage. EAG is just going to back off right now. Wait for this GP ulti right now. And Aurelia diving back in. There's huge damage coming down on Aurelia, getting bursted down. Focusing. There's the GA down. Soraka almost dead right now. They're just trying to finish it. There's the knockup as she comes back off from the GA res. And Aurelia goes down right now. 5 vs 3 right now. They just wait for this wave. They're going to continue to push down this. I was asked on Twitter to lower the HUD. Apparently, we're losing a lot of stream space.
Dark Supremacy gets just raffle stomped right there from that dash in as well as from that Riven. We are going to take this tower, so 0 deaths right there for 3. Picking ourselves up a turret, a second one. This will be the 3rd inhib, and that will basically be all she wrote. 19-6, 58k to 45. Very well played here from Elite Alberta Gaming. Taking this game very convincing manner, and you can see, that Riven snowball really does affect the rest of the game. Irelia got denied her farm pretty hard. She's 2-8, and that Riven, as he said, just ridiculous amount of kills. It's pretty interesting to see how that goes down. Kaboom! Nexus is out, and that's the game, Yuhn.
EAG will advance in the winners bracket.
Yeah,
and
to them.
Cunning will drop down to the losers. So you see the gold, the gold just came ahead. Ribbon at 15k gold, so far ahead. The highest on Ruthless Cunning is only just 1100. I don't think the lanes that they had advantages in Ruthless Cunning, they didn't play correctly. They could have definitely taken a lot more advantages with what they had, as long as they just had adequate warding. If they played right, they could have done a lot more, actually, and their advantages that they didn't take or execute correctly, and it allowed the problems that they would have encountered early. That is, EAG they never ran into them that much, and it was a lot easier for them to take control of this game. They did take control, and they slowly pushed their advantages into the point where it just snowballed out the one big team fight, taking down everyone. And Riven going really big, 8-0 and 11. Whiston doing a superb job playing Riven right now. Graves 4-0 and 10, doing very well bottom lane despite the pressure. And EAG actually just played very well, to the best of their abilities. They held out, and then they took the advantages when they were present.
So GG, well played to them, and I believe we got some more games coming out.
We will have some more games coming up. My name is Yuhn, and I'm joined by the adorable FourCourtJester.
Oh.
And we will be right back in just a couple minutes.